straight to the next conversation of the day, which is, of course, going to be us taking a closer look at what a shift in political alignment could mean for a state like Akwa Ibom, from hopes of federal influence to infrastructure promises, including the long-anticipated deep-sea port. We examine the possible gains and the political calculations behind them. My guest is Senator Ifyong Bob, respected elder statesman and former lawmaker, sharing insights on Akwa Ibom's next chapter and what it would take to truly unlock its potential. The discourse makes quite some remarkable revelations regarding the relationship between the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Governor Pastor Umoino, as well as the state of things with the current governor's predecessor and the biggest believer at the time, Udomi Manuel. Here's how that conversation went. Distinguished Senator Ifyong Dixon Bob, for your senatorial district political leader, thank you very much for granting us audience.
You're welcome.
As political leader in your senatorial district, when this news of the movement of Pastor Umoino, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, to the APC came to you, people want to know, how did you receive this news?
He did consult very widely too. It was part of the consultations he made. Stakeholders at all levels made the consultations, and see what his movement is not personal to him. It's the state's interest we are talking about. When he said that he's moving to APC, he must have considered so many things. What would be the benefit of his movement to APC, to the state? What would be the state's interest? You know what, you know that the Nigerian constitution does not make room for independent candidature. Otherwise, many people would decide to go their separate way without joining a particular political party to ventilate their ambition and all that. But so you can either join a party or you remain where you are. You either move to another party or you remain where you are. So that's where we find ourselves in the Nigerian political system right now, because the constitution is very categorically clear that you must belong to a political party to contest election. So talking about the Ibom Deep Sea Port, this has been a long-standing issue, challenge to Akwa Ibom people. Every Akwa Ibomite believes that immediately, and as soon as we have it coming on stream, Akwa Ibom will be liberated economically. And so he's taking the interests of the state to the president himself. That's why he said he relies on President Tinubu. It depends on him, depending on this discussion with him and the promises the president has given him vis-a-vis the interests of Akwa Ibom people. And I believe him, because we've been long in the trenches over the years, looking for ways to help our people. We have tried everywhere, and much as I know, the state as a state cannot do it. It needs external support. By this external support, I mean federal government, to help the state to get this thing done. And I so believe that with the movement to APC, it will be faster, it will be easier, because you can communicate directly with the powers that be at the national and then be able to get it done. And you know that we also have the Senate President, number 3 man from Akwa Ibom State, that is there at the national. If we all harmonize our position, have the Senate President from the state, the President of the country there, I think it will be easily done than everybody fighting from different corners.
All right, Senator. Well, for the longest time, Akwa Ibom has been PDP.
Yes.
And we know that it was just a short stint that Akwa Ibom played opposition just before this big announcement that it is moving to the APC to align with what's happening at the center. What do you think is that differentiating point that would show that Akwa Ibom will be able to achieve some of the points that the governor has raised, like the Ibom Deep Sea Port? Does the Senate President act as a big figure that would in a way influence the decision.
But let me tell you, you don't know the powers of a Senate president. I've been a two-term senator, and I've been a chairman of several committees at the Senate at that time, including the Senate Services Committee, which is the committee very close to the Senate president. I know the powers of that office. And I have served under three Senate presidents, Senator, distinguished Senator Nwabra, Senate President David Mark, and of course, Senator Ken Namani. I know what it is. Where the state is not cooperating, Senate President and the state government are not working together, there is a gap, very serious gap. You can't get anything into the state.
All right.
Because, let me tell you, let me come a little bit. In our own time, when Senator Nwabra was the Senate President, there was crisis between, no cool relationship between him and the governor at that time, Oyuso Kalu. We never went to government house. Anytime we went to his state, we would go to his house, in his place. The same thing with Ken Namani in Enugu during the governorship time of Chemaro Ken Namani. The same thing with David Mark during the time we never went to Magodi. So you have different locations, and that means that they were not really cooperating together to get something for their state. But here the Senate President and the governor agreed to work together. So there's that synergy to be able to get something good for Akwa Ibom State within the shortest possible time.
You have been dubbed the guarantor of the governor.
Yes.
And you had made mention that you can be held responsible if the governor were to stray or not perform optimally, that you can be held responsible. Do you think that so far the Moino administration has lived up to expectation? It's been 2 years and we still have another 2 years to go. Do you think that the remaining 2 years, the governor will still continue the trajectories of development as we are seeing it in the state?
Well, when you hear of the guarantor, it is true, I guaranteed him that he will perform well. And, he has his own agenda, what we call agenda, a rights agenda. If you look at, because the rights agenda is like his manifesto. Many parties in Nigeria don't have manifestos. Even if they have, they don't follow it. They don't follow through. They don't use it. So he has devised a means of, these are the things on paper, these are the things I will do. And he's following them. Rural development, security, education, health, and what have you. And employment. Even a few days now, he has just announced opportunity for 3,000 people or unemployed people in Akwa Ibom State to get employed. Those are some of the things he promised that he would do. He did not say he would do them in one day. He did not say he would do in 2 months. As time goes, of course, he has 4 years in the first instance, subject to renewal for another 4 years, which is his due entitlement. So I still believe that within the 2 years, he has done very well.
You have been through all the political rungs that you can think of. I understand that you started from the very grassroots and you went all the way up to the ECOWAS Parliament. We know that the governor had a predecessor who supported him to his position as governor currently. Are there disaffections, or was the former governor also part of these consultations?
Yes, I know that he consulted the governor, former governor, his predecessor. He did.
And he was on board with the decision to move from the PDP to the APC.
From what I'm told, I was not there at the consultation. He said, you can go. You want to join APC, you go, but he will not come. So it doesn't mean that there's dissatisfaction. What is important is consultation. When you consult, just inform. The decision to follow or not is left to the person. So I don't think there's any issue there.
But are you, as a political leader in your senatorial district,
Yes.
happy with the decision moving from the PDP to the A?
Yes, yes, because when he briefed us, he told us the advantages of moving to APC. So I believe him that it will do better and the state will benefit from, Uyo senatorial district in particular will also benefit. Since the governor came on board, they have been preaching peace and reconciliations. If you have been attending functions, state functions and other functions, you see that all Akwa Ibomites, from whatever political spectrum, you see them attending the events, government events. That it wasn't like that. It was only PDP people you see, don't see any face from APC, YPP, and all that. So since he came in, he has decided to bring everybody together and preaching peace. And of course, there is peace in the state. If you agree with me, if you stay here, you know that there is peace. And there is no society that is crime-free, but at least it's relatively better. Mind you, all of us, I say all of us, in 1999, when PDP came, all of us were in PDP. All these people you see in APC, NPP, whatever party, we're all together. Now coming back with this governor, it's like everybody coming back home. So when we sit with the APC people, we don't, sometimes they don't even know what to say. We just laugh because we are together. We've been together. They knew ourselves. We knew ourselves, and there is no fear at all. Because when the governor does the right thing and carry along everybody, there's nothing to fear. Because it means well for the state, and everybody will see that what he's doing is for the interest of the state. Then they will support him. Like some of the major projects, like this Arise Park, very, very challenging. He took the whole bull by the horns and decided to invest in it, turning ravine into a park, into a tourism center. And you see, it is one thing to dream a dream, is another thing to actualize it. There are other challenges on the way, but you have to push forward. And that he has done. And be able to get people around. Akwa Ibom State, we are family. There is no family without squabbles. No family without small things like that. But if you are a good leader, a good father, you are able to bring all the children together, and then you make peace for the development of the state. That's what he has been able to do.
Okay, well, I would also like to get your perspective as to whether this unity that you speak of sort of, in a way, harms the democratic process. I mean, we're supposed to have an opposition, or are we?
Nobody says you should not be opposing government. What is that we are saying? Oppose constructively.
Well, we don't seem to, with what's happening in Akwa Ibom currently, it might seem as though we don't have an opposition party anymore.
No. His governor does not say you should not oppose him. He's saying that let's work together for the benefit of the state. And of course, what is opposition? Opposition is for you to bring ideas to help the government to work to. If it can successfully implement, follow through with the agenda he has, I think by the end of his tenure, everybody will smile. That's why I commend him for the synergy with the Senate President, and I commend the Senate President for the synergy with the governor.
We know that the Senate President, Senator Godswill Obado-Fabio, carried out a serious empowerment scheme at his senatorial district, and this was widely welcome. And a lot of conversation has been around how the Akwa Ibom people and indeed the country can support him to continue the second term.
Well, for those of us from Akwa Ibom State, it's a must that we support him to go back to the Senate and become Senate President again. If you look at the level of his empowerment, with that of ordinary senator. It cannot be the same. No outsider will do that for us here. And I think, like I said, about Ibom Deep Seaport and other projects, no other Senate president will do for you if it's not from this state. You can only have some of those critical infrastructure from the federal government if it's back to the Senate. So I support him. I canvass support for him, not minding that I'm not from the senatorial district, but I'm from the state. Because as a Senate president, he represents Akwa Ibom State, not limited to his senatorial district. Akwa Ibom people, I want to plead that there are certain opportunities that you don't see when he eludes you. This is the time for us to rally around him wherever you are. Even if you quarrel with him before, leave the quarrel and support him. And because he's there as number 3 man after the president, the vice president, the next person. And he has the ears of the president, he has the ears of his colleagues in the Senate. He can easily, as the chairman of the National Assembly, he has the ears of his colleague, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. So I believe he has opportunity, he knows how to kid about doing good things for Akwa Ibom State. It's not easy to be on that seat. And I believe that Akwa Ibom people will understand the carnage of renewed hope agenda is real. Whatever he has not been able to do some years back, the past 2 years, he will do in the years to come. And we have that support, belief, based on what we have seen on ground, like this coastal road network. He has left the other side and said, come and start on Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State end. After Lagos end, come and start this end. It's not for nothing. It's still the hope of our people that at least is coming to do our own side and he's doing others, but let him come and complete this side. So bringing government closer to our people and his promises closer to our people. So if, from what we know, he can help us with the Ibom Deep Sea, but there's no Akwa Ibom person that you talk about President Tinubu, GCFR, without talking about Ibom Deep Sea Port. And I also believe that he will do that for us. And it's a belief, and I sincerely hope that it will come to pass. So far, it's doing well. There are so many challenges in the country. What he came to see, what he's trying to do, and what he hopes to do. And I believe that he will do more. Security-wise, it's a big challenge. Only within Nigerian as a country. With other countries, you see what is going on around the world. But here, he has moved into Benue State recently. And I believe that the security agencies will be able to do what the president believes they should do, what they are appointed to do. They must do it. If you can't do it well, they have to leave the job for another person that can do, to come and do it. And the economy, everybody knows. He's trying his best so far, but the hope is that he will turn around the economy, which is what everybody is talking about. Lack of food, this and that.
With the fuel subsidy removal.
Yes, it was courageous statement he made. I saw it through. Remove the fuel subsidy, which many people would not have been able to do. They've been doing this and that, even though Nigeria is a country, people are not straightforward. There are people that want to undermine, even when you are doing the right thing. But he must put his feet on the ground to ensure that what he wants to do, he must do it.
Distinguished Senator Ifeon Dixon Bob, your senatorial district political leader, thank you very much for making our time to speak with us on Niger Delta Today, ADB and TV. We appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.